Echoes of Power. Okay, alright, so Echoes of Power. Okay, so the main focus of the add-on is powers, obviously. It's Palladium, and there's 8 different powers in the mod. And if you don't get one at spawn, because there is currently a 14% chance to spawn without a power upon entering the world for the first time, there's ways to get powers in survival basically. There's also a current tier list system, meaning that some powers are effectively better than others, and the stronger powers are harder to actually obtain, and the lower chance of you actually getting that when you first join a new game, a new world or whatever. The chance of you getting an S plus power is a 1% chance, a S tier power is a 5% chance, a A tier 15, B tier 65, and no power 15% chance. Okay, so all powers have their own level up system where skill points will be needed to obtain new powers. So most powers follow a model that includes 4 abilities and 4 attribute increases and 1 ultimate ability, and a random amount of passives too. The abilities and attribute increases will have to be unlocked using skill points. Okay, exceptions to both of these models include powers that I am going to be reviewing in this mod, which is going to be Gojo and Sukuna, and also enhanced physical prowess, which as of time of recording, I just realized that's Toji. I could have added him to the video. Not all of the powers in this mod has an awakening system. Right, so the current powers with awakenings are reality manipulation, adaptation, astral energy manipulation, radiation emission, erosion, Sukuna and Gojo's power. Awakening a power removes all other powers and will make it uncleansable, so you can't remove it once you awaken your power, except for commands obviously. Post recording me here, I forgot to mention, the awakenings for the different abilities will give you different passives, right? So for Gojo's abilities, the different passives will give you once you awaken is a dramatic stat boost. So basically, you do more damage, you take less damage, you faster. Alright. The second one is the abilities will cost less energy. Third one, you can sense invisible entities. So if something's invisible, you're able to see it. You can teleport around the world using /EOP space travel, and then using coordinates, and has a super jump which basically allows you to boost yourself. Okay, for the awakening passives for Sukuna, you get the huge stat boost as well, so damage reduction, speed, everything. You are also immune to high and low temperatures, so you don't freeze and you don't take fire damage. Ignores infinity, so basically if you're fighting someone with Gojo's powers, you're able to hurt them if you have your awakening on, and also has a super jump that someone suggested to me in the comments. It's called Echoes of Power. Alright, and this mod adds a whole lot of superpowers to Minecraft that's all available in survival. One, you can either spawn with the powers, and you have like a 15% chance of not actually getting any powers, but hey, it's all up to luck. But I'm only gonna go over like 2 powers in this video, because there's a lot. There's like 38 powers in total, but I want to focus on these 2 specifically, Sukuna and Gojo. You can already see like in the background there, there's Sukuna, but like mainly these look the coolest. Alright, so I want to do the coolest ones first and get these 2 out of the way. Alright, to actually get Sukuna's powers, you're going to need to find Pillager Outpost. Once you find one of these cursed fingers, that has a 5% chance of spawning in Pillager Outpost, it has a 0.1% chance of working, and if it fails, you will die. You will absolutely die. Alright, and let me see if I can get lucky. Yeah, no. Yeah, the best way to actually get this power would be spawning in with it, because it's a possibility if you can spawn in with it, but it's very, very, very low possibility. But I'm just not cheat it in for me. And if you're actually looking for this power, I don't know what it's called. It's not called Sukuna. You have to like, it's called, what's it called? Excision. It's actually called Excision. So if you're looking for this power, you can't find the power. It's not called Sukuna. It's called Excision, people. All right, there we go. And you can see here. Okay. once you first get the power, right, you won't get this like second tab over here. This was just me messing around with the mod a little bit and seeing things. So for certain powers actually have like awakenings. So Sukuna is just one of them. Alright. So the first powers you're gonna start with is this first little bar you see here. Dismantle, cleave, destructive cleave, wall of fire, and fiery death. Right? But if I press shift, fireball. But you won't solve them immediately. I should have said that first. You won't solve. It's not just gonna solve. Wow, you're not gonna solve these immediately. I should have said that first, but yeah, you're gonna have to unlock them here, right? And the way to actually unlock them is you have to kill things, right? It's based off XP. The more XP you get, the more skill points you get for this, and then you can unlock it. But I don't think Sukuna. I think Sukuna, you just get this powers off rip. But some of the other powers you need to unlock using that method. So let's go test these powers out somewhere else, because some of these powers are very, very destructive. Alright, first we have Dismantle, which press V. It just doesn't want to show the damage it actually does. I don't know why it does that. Maybe it's not compatible with the dummy mod, but it does do a lot of damage, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, there's no upgrades for damage. Wait, okay. For our next ability we have Fireball. Wait, let me just press shift again. Right, and if I press V, it just shoots a fireball out. Oh, actually, oh, it does show. It does 8 damage and also fire tick damage, obviously. There's no way to increase that, so yeah. For our next thing, we have Cleave, and we have to be really, really close to an entity for this, otherwise nothing will happen. And it doesn't show that how much damage you do either, but it does do damage to other people. For our third ability, we have Destructive Cleave, which you hold, and then yeah, you just do this in the show. Yeah, this is one scene in season 2 where he's fighting Jogo, I'm pretty sure, and he's like floating in the air doing this pose and breaking buildings all around him. Yeah, that's what it reminds me of, at least. So yeah, for our M move we have Wall of Fire, which just basically gives us like fire coated hands. Let me just take off this thing so you can see better. There we go. Give us fire coated hands. I'm pretty sure it lets us do more damage with that. So base we do 13 damage. Without put it on we do about 16 damage, 17 damage. So that's actually worth putting on. And now for this ability, okay, let's just move over here. Don't destroy the dummy by accident. For the final ability, before any awakening, right? This is the final ability. If I were to use it, it just, yeah, yep, big explosion. That's why I didn't want to do it near anything else, cause yeah, big explosion, lots of damage, and now there's water. Yay. Yep. There we go. Yokoso.
Gotta find a honey for my homie, a baby for my buddy, a lady for my laddie.
Now for the awakening abilities. So, firstly, we have Linear Slash, which launches you forward and starts doing cleaves and dismantles everywhere around you. Okay, for this next ability, actually, we're gonna need some enemies. So, wanna grab one of the mod's enemies. Basically, just retextures Husk, but they still look cool. So, go in survival real quick, and then use our B move. Yeah, it does that. It basically just like protects you from taking any damage when it's active. Right, now for the end move. I'm not sure what the end move actually does. Oh, it's loud. I'm not sure what the end move actually does. I think it just gives you more damage, because let's see this out, because I'm not even sure myself. It does do that though. What the hell was that? So I just assume it does more damage, like over time maybe? I don't know. Oh, can y'all shut up? Anyway, for our M Awakening move, we have Fuga, which, you know, fire arrow, which does big damage if I were to hit it does big damage if I were to hit something with it, but I don't need more things to be exploded. As you can see, I already messed around with it around here, so I don't want that to get destroyed over there. That's for a different, okay, the same mod review, but that's for like different parts of it. For our final move, basically just the main expansion. That's all I can say. So basically a wide area effect domain expansion. And again, we can't see how much damage we're doing because the damage doesn't show us. But it's alright. Alright, now Gojo time. In the video so far, make sure to like and subscribe, it will really help out the channel. And
I'ma have to dig.
time for Gojo Satoru himself. To actually get this power, you're gonna need to find an ancient scroll. To get it, you have to go look for a desert pyramid and you'll have a 5% chance of spawning in one of the chests. Alright. Same deal with Sukuna. It has a 0.1% chance of success, and if it fails, it will kill you. So be careful of that. And again, you can spawn in with it. Just a very, very low chance of you actually getting the power. So yeah, just be careful of that. So if you're in hardcore, I wouldn't recommend trying to get this power. You can have the scrolls, I guess, but like, it's not worth it. Unless you have like, I don't think Tones on Dying will stop it. I actually never tried, so you just have to click this to get it to work. I'm not sure why it's not working for me. Maybe just a bug on my side, but it should work if you find it. I don't know why it's not working for me though. But anyway, let's just give ourselves the powers at this point. Spatial manipulation. There we are. Again, I did awaken it just to test it out a bit. But let's start with the first ability, Infinity. Right, basically, nothing can hit you. And you can fly, so that's a plus. So let me just get some more enemies to show you guys. Oh, wait. Alright, so I have Infinity on. They're gonna hurt me. At all. You've taken no forms of damage while you have this. Y'all shut the freak up. You take no forms of damage at all. And again, you can fly, so that's a plus. Okay, just ignore them. For our shift ability, you can actually teleport. So if you press shift, obviously you can change it between your first ability there. So you can actually teleport. It's not a very, very far teleport, but you can teleport between things. And for our B ability, we have lapse. Okay, you guys getting it. You saw one to really annoy me. For our B ability, we have lapse blue, which I just point somewhere. It attracts things in, does damage. Basically, lapse blue what it does. So what you could actually do with this, which is really funny, but I think I'll do like over here. It's like, oh, that's too far away. Let's wait, I'll try it again. I think it needs to be on the block. Up, they fell. I think it needs to be on the block. Yeah, it needs. You need to be on the block for this to work, which is really sad. Alright, now for our N ability, which is Universal Red. You just use it. Yeah, I should not have done that. Oh my gosh. But basically, Reversal Ray does what Reversal Ray does. And, you know, shoots out red energy. Yep. Switch this off. There we go, much better. Alright, so Spatial Repel, which, you know, you can push enemies far away with it, basically. Bye bye. Oh! Damn, I did not mean to jump off there. Why am I still so oh, no wonder I'm so zoomed in. There we go, much better. you can basically push people away from you. So now you're getting like surrounded and you can just do that. Bye bye. Why are you still here? Wait! I should really stop destroying my showcase room thing. Why are you still here? Bye bye! And for the fifth ability, I actually have no idea what this does. Actually, I can go search up on the wiki what it does. Alright, so beyond Infinity, basically what it does, it slows down entities in a huge radius. It doesn't say specifically what radius it is, but it just slows them down. Oh, now for the awakening abilities, which, there we go. For our first ability, we have Implode, which again you can use on enemy, and there we go. Now I saw it. There, it's working now. It's like really hard to aim it though. Like I think, I'm not sure how you aim this, but yeah, okay. Anyway, I don't need any entities for this. Next few abilities. So our next ability we have Max Output Blue, which if you watch the show, you'll recognize it if you watch the show. Suck up entities and
What do you mean by that?
blocks and just like do lots of damage to the area with it. Like this. Alright. Entity grievings off. Glass switch it off. Next we have Max Output Red for our inability, which basically is normal red, but it does damage like right in your face. And now for the one everyone was waiting for, I'm pretty sure. Purple!
Okay.
Yeah. It's worth destroying this world. I have backups, don't worry. Yeah. They basically stuck like that until I, remove Infinite Void. I can do whatever I want to them, so... Purple! Alright, that's all for now. I hope y'all enjoyed the video. I will be making more videos on this. And I'll just be like breaking it up into like different sections. So it will be easy for me to manage, because again, 38 powers is a lot to like go over. And I don't want this video to be really long. So I'll just be doing it in like short. I'll just be like doing short videos of this mod, unless I should do a long video. I'll put down in the comments if I should do a long video or not of all this all in one, or should I just like do the short videos? Is that better for you guys? So I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.